Hi there, and welcome to our bonus pantry chat. We are going to talk all things fermentation today, not just vegetables, but all kinds of foods with Vanessa Hargrove. And she is a gut health coach, and we're super excited that she is here. She also has a Skool membership. And Vanessa, why don't you tell us the name of your membership? Because I'm a member, but I don't remember the name.
I host the TMT Tribe. TMT stands for Targeted Microbial Therapy. So I basically teach people how to use microbial foods to heal themselves from all sorts of different ailments. I do coaching, and then I have a course in there for people who sign up, and I give away information readily and freely on YouTube and Instagram and any podcasts and everywhere. So, yeah.
Well, thank you. Awesome. So I heard Vanessa on a podcast of Wise Traditions, which is a Weston A. Price podcast. And if you've not heard of Weston A. Price, it's like, I'm going to get some of this wrong because I'm not totally into it. I just know the very basics. He studied lots of different ancestral cultures and came up with like how we are in our modern culture ruining our food by the way we're preparing it. And so, if you've heard of Sally Fallon, she's got this amazing book called Nourishing Traditions. It's massive. There it is. Vanessa's holding it for us. And so it's really great, but it's got a lot of information. And so So the podcast is really great. And I heard Vanessa on it. And I have questions because I've been fermenting for a long time. I have been doing milk kefir for over 17 years.
Nice.
And I still have the grains that I've been using. And so, and then I've tried my hand at yogurt. I've made fermented vegetables a lot. I've tried various things. The ones that I make regularly are some form of sauerkraut, dill pickles with cucumbers, and peppers for my husband. And so for sure, every year we do those things. And then we'll play around with maybe fermenting tomatoes or, a few weeks ago, I made a Mexican carrot and pepper and onion mix. It was really great. But I've just always done it and I've told my kids, we eat sourdough. I don't make it. I buy it. I buy from a girl down the road from me who has a micro bakery. And so we try to eat a lot of fermented stuff, but I don't just because I know it's healthier for me, but Vanessa knows why it's healthier for us. I'm super intrigued by that. By the way.
Yes. Have you watched my talk from the conference on YouTube?
I listened to part of it while I was driving the other day.
Yeah. That goes a little more in depth in that one. Yeah. There's lots of content out there to watch. So let's start with Julie and Lydia. If y'all want to share, y'all just feel free to, as we do, because we're kitchen table chatting. Just unmute yourself, interrupt, or if you want to put your questions in the chat, you can do that too. Yeah. So Julie's done a little bit of fermenting.
Yes. So from your class, I did the sauerkraut recipe.
How did it turn out?
I did that on the 23rd, and I just tasted it. It's still really salty. Angie, I know you said sometimes it can go like a month.
Oh, yeah.
Before it's ready. So that's been...
Yeah, I haven't even opened mine yet.
It's
only been 2 weeks.
A couple weeks, right?
Yeah.
Now. So
I haven't even opened to check mine yet. So
yeah, it can go upwards of 2 months. I think the Culture Guru says that 21 days is the sweet spot for sauerkraut.
Okay, 21 days is what? It kind of cut off
the sweet spot. 21 days is the sweet spot for sauerkraut.
Okay. Yeah,
she's a good reference. If you look, I think she has YouTube videos too. She's actually like a microbiologist, so she puts the sauerkraut cultures under a microscope, and she'll like do content where she's showing you the actual like microbes in there. It's very fun. and she has great recipes. Everything I've made from her has been really good. So she's if you're going to be doing a lot of fermenting, she's a trusted source.
And who is that again? I missed.
Cultured Guru. I'll grab her website for you guys.
Yeah. And I do a transcript of all the videos. So I'll put that in the show notes or whatever you want to call it, the chat notes, the transcript.
Okay.
To her
I'm going to send it to you guys in the chat.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that. Historically, I didn't like sauerkraut growing up, but it was, I don't know, canned, and they would just open the can and it would smell awful to me and whatever, but I haven't ever tried this version. So I'm hoping to like it. Yeah. The only other thing I've really done is a couple of years ago, I made water kefir for, I don't know, 6 months of the year. And then I got busy and one of my jars exploded and then I didn't do it anymore. So I just got some, what do you call it? The starter from a friend and want to start over again because I loved it. My kids thought it was weird.
I love it.
Yeah. So, one of my questions to just rabbit trail on that a little bit is like, I know it's good for you, like the water kefir, but how much should you drink a day for it to actually be good for you? Like I just had a 4 to 6 ounce cup. Is that enough or you need more?
Yeah. You don't need much. Like and less than 8 ounces. You could do 4 ounces would be totally fine.
Okay. Because I did. I had a little bitty, like my grandma's juice jar. That's probably 4 ounces. Mm-hmm. Okay. I always wondered. I'm like, is that actually enough to be doing any good? So
yeah, small amounts can make a huge impact with these things. So if you find that like when you start bringing these foods in, if you haven't done them before and you're having like allergy type symptoms, you can back way off and literally go down to drops of sauerkraut juice and slowly incrementally increase and heal your microbiome and get rid of the histamine issues using the sauerkraut juice. But you have to be very intentional about it if you're finding you're sneezing or whatever after you have
any trouble. Okay, I wondered that too because I was like, if I don't love this sauerkraut, can I just eat a spoonful and be doing any good?
Yeah, the serving size is like 2 tablespoons. You don't even have to go that high. You can start with just a tiny amount, and that's totally fine. Yeah.
I like to know the details to know that you're actually doing what you think you're doing when you're trying to do something good.
Yeah. That was one of my questions too.
Yeah. One of your little scoops of sauerkraut is going to have more than a probiotic that you got from the store.
Cool. I have been buying probiotics pretty routinely for quite a while, and I'm looking forward to not spending that money every month. Yeah. So I'm like, I need to get going on several things. I mean, I do eat yogurt, Greek yogurt, but not every day. So
and at home yogurt is so easy. It's so ridiculously easy. If you can can something, you can be making yogurt. Like it takes less than 5 minutes to prepare and it just sits there and cooks for 12 hours or whatever.
That's been on my list for a decade.
It's stupid easy. Milk kefir is my absolute favorite. Angie does it too. She's been doing it forever. So that one, you're going to get the absolute most bang for your buck as far as nutrition and all of the microbes. There's just a broad spectrum of microbes in there. So that is really what I try to get people to get on the majority of the time. That's the one that's going to like rebuild your immune system.
Okay. I would love to know about that. Cool.
Yeah. The milk kefir is really great because I don't know how you do it, Vanessa, but what I do is I strain out my grains. And Julie, they're kind of like white. They look very similar to the water kefir grains, but they're white. And then I put them in a quart-sized jar. I pour raw milk on it. But I've used regular milk too from the grocery store in the past. So
it makes any milk better. So if you can only afford cheap milk, kefir, it's going to take all the gross stuff out of that. It's going to make any milk that you can get more nutritious and better for you.
Right. So then I put a lid on it, and literally the next day it's nice and thick.
Yeah.
Then I usually let it sit for 2 days so that it's a little
more sour.
I like it a little tangier. Yeah. And then I strain it. And sometimes I drink it as a snack or for breakfast. I've been, because my husband does not like fermented food. So I have been making it at night, putting it in a blender with frozen peaches and a little bit of our raw honey.
There
and
you
making
go.
like a sorbet.
Yeah.
He loves it. He's getting
There
like
you
half a cup.
go.
Oh,
And
awesome.
each night. Yeah, it's
That's how
it's
you flip it to the
fantastic.
normies right there. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah. And it's not that he's like grossed out by it. He just doesn't like the flavor of anything super acidic.
Gotcha.
So yeah, so like
That works
anything with
great.
vinegar he doesn't really like. So but yeah, it's really incredibly easy.
So
And
cool.
when
Well, I
I
want
look at like the prices at the grocery store for like kefir or whatever, I am just
Ridiculous.
appalled. It's so expensive.
mm-hmm.
And so yeah, Julie, it's so easy to do.
Okay, I need to do that.
And the kefir at the store is not real kefir. That is, it's a culture. It's more like a yogurt. It's not made with the actual kefir grains, so you're not getting all the good stuff. Yeah.
Well, I wish people would just label things the way they are supposed to be labeled.
That's the hot topic this week with avocado oil.
Yes, I saw that. I saw something about that.
Yeah, not great. So, not great.
No.
We're all like, oh, everything's avocado oil all of a sudden. Wonderful. We're just going to eat all these things. Nope, it's seed oil still. Wah, wah.
Yeah, that was very disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Michelle. I haven't said hi to you yet.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi,
Michelle.
Vanessa, I dropped something for you guys in the chat. It's my milk kefir recipe guide.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Go grab that to get all my little recipes for making stuff. My favorite way to sneak kefir into the normies and like people who think they don't like fermented foods is to turn it into a dip.
Oh yeah.
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 So I strain it for like 24 hours and let it drip out all the way. And then you just mix a bunch of seasonings into it.
Like sour cream, right?
Oh, it's just like sour cream. It's so yummy.
That's cool.
That's awesome. I've not done that. Okay, so when you do that, would you keep the whey? Does the whey still have the the good bacteria and stuff in it? So then you could use the whey like in a smoothie or something else.
You can use it in place of the water in your sourdough bread if you're a baker, or any recipe that has water in it. There's also recipes to make like a fizzy kefir soda using the whey from that.
Okay.
So you can do like a quarter of the bottle with the milk kefir whey, and then you do the half of the rest with a juice and the other half with water, and you let that ferment on the counter for like 24 hours to a week, depending on how active your cultures are.
Yeah.
And it makes a super bubbly, delicious drink with your kefir.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
That's in the book too, I believe. Yeah.
Okay. That's a great idea. Yeah, I just hate to like when you strain something to like.
Yeah, don't throw it away. There's always something you can do with it. I give it to my chickens a lot. My chickens love kefir, anything kefir. They'll drink the kefir whey. They'll eat kefir cheese. They'll eat the kefir grains. I can't give them to them right now because I'm shipping them all over the country. But
yes, that's very sweet of you to do that.
So, are you going to talk about supplies? Because like all I have is this kind of bottle. Yeah, I did water kefir, and I guess I didn't burp it often enough because one morning I woke up to a loud bang, and I thought my cats broke something, but it was.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
One of my jars of water kefir all over the place. So,
I find it's really helpful to get them from a beer store to make sure that they're like high quality glass too.
Good glass, okay.
But then definitely just make sure you're checking them every day. If you forget about them, things get crazy.
Yeah.
And when you're putting actual things with fiber in them, so like fresh fruit, they get way more crazy than if you just put like the juice in there.
The juice. Okay. I don't know what I have in there. Okay.
Yeah. I leave mine.
It might have been like you put like a strawberry in there and it just went, every time I've exploded it, it's had fresh fruit in it.
That's funny.
Remember. Yeah. Okay. That's good to know.
And I've done it a couple times. I never learned my lesson.
Yeah. I leave mine out on the counter for a few days, then I move them to the refrigerator.
Yeah,
And
and they'll ferment further in the fridge too.
I'm sorry.
I said they ferment more in the fridge too. My mom used to
Right.
just ferment hers in the fridge. She would do her kombucha, she would flavor it and stick it straight in the fridge to ferment a little longer for like a week, and then it would be bubbly when she would pull it out. So that's an option too if you're afraid of exploding bottles.
Oh, okay.
Just don't put it so far in the back of your fridge that it freezes and explodes in your fridge anyway.
Yeah.
That
would
happened
be
to
good
us.
to know though, like if I was making kefir and then had to go out of town for a day or two, just put it in the fridge.
You definitely can, or you can just give it fresh milk before you leave and leave it on the counter. I've had people leave theirs on the counter for 2-3 weeks, strain them, and they've come right back.
Oh, I think Vanessa, I think she's asking about water kefir.
Okay. Yeah, well, thinking of either one, but yes,
okay.
If it was water kefir. But
yeah, either way, I always suggest make sure you freeze some of your grains. So like when they start growing and you're getting in abundance, freeze like a tablespoon of grains. And then with your water kefir, you can give them a little extra sugar, some molasses, and just leave them covered in the jar with the mesh on wherever you let them live while you're out of town. And they'll be fine. It'll just be a little more sour, so you might discard the juice, but
okay.
Or you could drink it like lemonade, flavor it up with something.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. We actually, I stopped making water kefir for about 1.5 years because our life just kind of blew up, and I pulled them out. I just stuck them in the refrigerator. And so like 3 weeks ago, I pulled them out, drained them, did what you said, put more sugar, put a little molasses in there, started up. And they're not as active as they were, but they're getting more active every time I redo it. So, so ideally I probably should have frozen them, but
yeah, I think that's better.
Fine, you know.
Good. So, have you put a pinch of salt in there? Maybe they might like a little pinch of salt.
Oh, I have not, but I will now that you mentioned that.
Yeah, give them just a little every once in a while. They like the minerals.
Okay.
Cool. You're getting some from the molasses, but there's not as much of the sodium in there.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, in my water kefir. Okay, so let's circle back. Let's continue talking about kefir a little bit. What are some things that do milk kefir and water kefir have the same microbial?
No. I don't think they're the same. They different environments foster different microbes.
Okay.
So all you're giving them is sugar water. You're going to get different microbes than what is feeding on the lactose. So I haven't seen the difference, but I'm sure that it's probably different. Okay. You're getting some more of the wild yeasts in the kefir soda usually, or the kefir water kefir.
Okay.
You can get more yeasty in milk kefir just depending on your environment. Mine got a little yeasty for a bit when I had it with like an open cover and it was next to my sourdough. It was very fizzy for a little while, but then it changed and it went back to normal when I put a solid lid on it. So don't think that just because it gets weird for a second that it's forever weird. Sometimes stuff just happens. Just like strain them and give them fresh milk. When in doubt, strain them and give them fresh milk.
Okay, awesome. That's good.
And if it gets super sour and you're like, I cannot drink this as kefir, turn that into the cheese. Strain that and turn it into kefir cheese because then it tastes like cream cheese. Strain it for like 48 hours or something and really make it really dry. It's still usable even if you're like that's not palatable. Once you mix a little salt in there, you're like, oh, spread that on some toast, put a little jelly on it. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
That's good. That's good to know. Okay, so so when we're talking about the grains, like how many grains do you think you need, like to do like a half a gallon size jar of water kefir? Would you need like a half a cup, 2 cups?
I think they say that it's like 4 tablespoons, like a tablespoon per cup, I think. Let me double check.
Oh, okay.
I stopped using water kefir grains because of the upkeep.
Yeah.
So I actually make my kefir soda using a culture. So it's kind of similar to doing like sourdough or yogurt. So I bought this powdered culture and I mix it with coconut water and a little bit of honey, and I'll ferment that on the counter, and I save that as my base. And then I'll use a quarter of the bottle in other bottles like backslop, and then use different flavors in there. And I always feed my main coconut water bottle, let it ferment, and then that lives in the fridge. And I only have to touch it when I want to make soda. So I'm not having to actively mess with it every single day. So if you find that the water kefir grains are too much,
Okay.
that is a really good option.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they're pretty involved. Like you have to do it every day or every 2 days. And if you're already doing other stuff, like I prioritized milk kefir for me because I'm getting the most nutrients from milk kefir.
I might just shift right over to that then.
Right.
And then you can do the soda thing with the culture and not have to do like an everyday situation.
Okay. Good advice.
And then you're guaranteed that you're getting the Saccharomyces boulardii in there because it's a specific culture. So that's what they put in it. And that's a very, very powerful healing yeast for like diarrhea and vomiting and any sort of GI upset. So I always give that to people when they're call me. I get the emergency calls. I'm that person in my community where they're like, oh my God, Vanessa, help. I've been vomiting for 2 hours. I'm that person.
Oh.
And so what does that microbe do? Does it bind?
It binds
the
the toxins.
Okay.
Yep. Saccharomyces boulardii is a binder, and so is Lactobacillus plantarum, which that's in there too, and that is in all of your fermented veggies. So that's one of my other go-tos for like the puking and diarrhea. Anytime someone's got an upset tummy of any kind, my kids come in and they're like, "Oh, my stomach hurts." They're taking shots of fermented veggie juice. That's what I have those little condiment cups from like restaurants, the little metal ones.
Yeah.
I have a stack of those suckers. And so anytime someone's sick, I'm like, everybody gets sauerkraut juice or everybody gets carrot juice. Carrot's my favorite, actually.
Your favorite vegetable?
Fermented carrots, the juice from it is my favorite for that particular situation. So I make those and I keep them on hand all the time in the fridge. And the kids really like them. Like if I put a bowl of those out, they will munch that down. You can do them in rounds or you can do them in like sticks. Either way, they're really, really good. Like think of like a wings tray with fermented carrots on it. It's got that like tangy. They're really, really cool.
Yeah, that's good. So do all fermented vegetables have the same microbial profile? Or are they going to be different? Okay.
You're going to get different stuff based on like the sugar. But they're all pretty much going to have a bunch of lactobacillus strains for sure. They'll have leuconostoc in the beginning when you first start fermenting them, which can be beneficial too. So the shorter ferments can be really, really good. Things that are fast to ferment are like salsa or tomatoes are really fast. And that's super delicious. That's like 2 days. Why wouldn't you? Like, you might as well. If you're going to eat salsa, ferment it. You might like even make the fresh salsa, eat some fresh, and ferment the other half. And
so tell us how would you? So like I have a whole bunch of salsa that I made and put in the freezer. So if I thaw that out, how do I go about fermenting it safely? I mean, I know that I could just like leave it on the counter.
I would.
Should I add?
Do you know how much salt you put in it?
No. But that would. I'm not even sure I put salt in it. We'll see.
Okay. Well, if there's no salt in it, then that's easy. So I would thaw it out, and I would pour it into a jar on a scale that you've tared out to get the weight of the salsa in grams.
Right.
And then I would probably do 1.5 to 2 point as far as your brine percentage for your brine, 2% is pretty standard for a salsa. So then you would add the salt and then just shake it up and you leave it on the counter for a day. I usually stir it once in the morning and once at night, and then do it
Okay.
the next day, once in the morning, once at night, and then it'll probably be ready on the third day.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going to try that
It's
because
so delicious.
my family can eat an entire quart of salsa in like a sitting.
And that's like a really easy way to charge them up in the microbes right there.
Yeah. That would be good. Okay.
Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. Sneaking it to the normies. You ferment things that they want to eat, make it into snack foods, put it in popsicles, make dips out of it. That's how you get the people who don't think they like fermented foods eating fermented foods through the snacks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm brand new to this, so I guess I could use some ideas like that, just how to start incorporating. I mean, I was going to go back to the water kefir because I liked it, but now I want to try milk kefir because it's more nutritious. That's great. Yeah. And besides that, like I'm trying the sauerkraut. I hope I like it.
Yeah.
I love carrots,
if you don't love it, do the carrots. Or
I was going to say I love carrots, so I'm excited to hear about that.
And you can season those carrots up after they ferment. Like if you wanted to make them like a dill carrot, or like you could do like a ranch carrot where you put dill and onions and garlic in with the carrots. And ferment it together. It tastes like ranch carrots.
Yum.
So many flavors. That's why we use the weighing method versus just having arbitrary. We always want to have a kitchen scale, and you're going to weigh the contents and follow the set kind of guidelines. It doesn't have to be super perfect. Like if you go a little over on the salt, it's not a huge deal. If you go a little under on the salt, it's not a huge deal. Like there's a lot of leeway. You could potentially ferment some things with 2% salt, but majority of things I do 3%. Seems to be a really safe spot for things that are longer fermented. If it's a shorter ferment, you can use less salt. So like the tomatoes, you could do like a 1.5% or a 2% salt versus the 3 for that 2-3 day ferment.
Cool.
It has less cell walls and stuff to break down. When you're fermenting things that are more thick and harder to break down, like Brussels sprouts or asparagus, those things you want to use that higher salt so that they can go a longer time to break it down.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's easy. That's an easy like Google question. Like how much salt percent to do for blah blah blah, and it'll spit.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure. And I have a little handout with a bunch of recipes in it. You guys can grab on my website too if you want to.
Okay, awesome. Tell us the name of your website.
It is just hargrovegeneralgoods.com. I used to think I was going to sell goods. I do sell goods at the farmer's market, but I don't on my website. I refuse. I'm like shipping everything. It's too much. I don't want to make that many things.
Yeah, I think everyone who does something online has had an evolution at times, right?
It's been a major evolution.
I love that.
Okay,
so
you have some resources on your website there. Okay.
Yep, I have a bunch on there. So you're welcome to grab all the free classes and stuff. And then you should also join my Skool. Obviously, you're familiar with Skool, so you can join that. That's free.
I'm learning now. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of classes and stuff. And then if you're on Instagram, I've got tons and tons of content on Instagram too. Got loads. At Holistic Hargroves. And then I'm also on the YouTubes if you prefer.
Yeah, I do YouTube stuff and not Instagram, but okay, so I can find you on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube too. I just basically post the same stuff that I posted on.
Okay. And is it just your name on YouTube, or how do I find your stuff?
It's Holistic Hargroves on YouTube too. I was going to find it real quick to show you.
All right. Do y'all have any other questions about milk kefir, water kefir, or vegetables?
Veggies, natto.
This might have been covered before. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Julie.
No, it's okay. I don't want to hog the class, but if nobody else has a question,
you're up.
You're late.
Jump in.
In your, like when I did the cabbage, I don't have the glass top, so Angie told me how to use the bag and put some brine in there to keep it weighted underneath the liquid. So when you're talking about doing the carrots, is it that whole same process? Angie,
more or less. I like to use a spring weight for the carrots. That's really pretty nifty. I will show you guys real quick what I'm talking about.
Okay, cool.
This is like my favorite tool ever. Oh, I need approval to show the screen.
Oh.
Even like the tomatoes y'all were talking about doing, do you just leave that out or you have that with the weight on the top and all that stuff?
I usually leave it open if it's like a pre-ground tomato, but if it's like bigger chunks of tomato, like if you do the whole cherry tomatoes are really yummy. They like turn into champagne on the inside. They're super delicious. You can do those with like oregano and garlic. And
oh man. I happen to live near Angie. I'm thinking we should have a class in the mix up.
You
have a personal class and I'll come over and
you do that at my house all the time. You guys should totally do that. It's so much fun.
Take it to another level. Invite myself
literally
over.
If you guys lived here, I would have you over. Like I do it all the time. I literally, anytime I meet someone who's like, oh, I want to learn how to do, and I'm like, I know how to do that. I'll teach you. And then I have them over.
It's so much more fun to learn live with somebody. I mean, this is great. It's why I like doing this because you're actually getting to interact and ask questions and stuff.
Exactly. It's way more fun than like an Instagram live stream. I do those a fair bit, and it's just like me talking to the void, basically talking to the chat. This is so much more interactive. So I've started pushing all my lives over to Skool and just forcing my Instagram people to come because I'm like, I want to actually talk to you.
Yeah, over there. So come with me.
Okay, so I don't know how to bring. I don't know how to get permission to share your.
It's okay.
I'm going to share.
I'm going to share.
I found it. This is it. Okay. Here it is. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the stainless steel fermenting kits. This is what Vanessa uses instead of the glass weights. I don't have any of these. I've been really concerned that they would rust, but
they
Vanessa
don't.
says that they don't. So I think they would be really good for, like remember when we were doing the sauerkraut. And when I tried to put that glass weight on that half-gallon jar, because it has that shoulder, it didn't really work, and I had to put leaves over it.
Yeah.
With this, it would work. I wouldn't need to put the leaves over the sauerkraut for the half-gallon jar. Now, my pickles do fine in a half-gallon jar because I really cram them in there.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I can see where for smaller things like tomatoes, unless you have a straight-sided jar, like the 24-ounce pickle jar or the pint size wide mouth jar. It's anything with the shoulder, and if it's small, it's going to kind of come up. So
just go around it.
So this is another option. And this is just one I pulled up. I've never actually used these, but they're stainless steel. I've never actually used this brand.
They're awesome. They also have the lids are pretty good too. They have like a little kit thingy that has like the lid and they just have like a little silicone flap, and they're stainless steel and they do not rust either. I really like those two. My only complaint about the lids is that the little grommet sometimes falls out, and I think I need like replacement ones. But
okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna look.
That's my like biggest recommended.
Is this the lid that you use right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have enough, I usually use them so fast and then they're gone.
Right. Yeah. So I use I've used several different ones. I've used the ones that, like that you use for winemaking where you put the
bubbler top
water in. And then I've also used, I think it's called Nourished Essentials. It's a black lid and it's got a little silicone thing in there and it's got a date, which is fine.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of options. And so I love that there's lots of options. So people can choose what is working for them, what is going to be best for their kitchen and their budget and all of those things. So thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Those work really good. Yeah.
A nifty gadget that I haven't, since I started using those, I have not gone back. They're my favorite by far. thing. And I've tried like every gadget.
That's fun.
I
Okay.
have a drawer full of never used gadgets.
Here we go.
That's fun.
Yes. Yeah. It's easy to get caught up in the gadgety thing. So it's nice to know
That
when
one
somebody
is
has already gone through the gadgets and is using something and why it's working for them. I like that
Exactly.
too, you know.
Yep. That's like the one thing I recommend. I'm like, this one thing I like.
Yeah. That's
the rest
that's
of it, I can
fantastic.
take it or leave it. Jars are great. You can do it without it, but I do like that particular thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
So I have a question, and you might have answered this before I got on because I was a tad late, so sorry. But where does kefir come from?
Where did it originally come from?
Well, like, okay, I know it's a natural, right? So where do you find it? Does it grow like a plant? Does it where does it come from?
Okay, and then I get you close. Okay, so this is a theory, but they say that it originated from putting the milk of a sheep into the stomach of a sheep that still had its digestive juices in it, and it fermented the milk into this magic tonic that was so healing that they just continued putting milk into the thing and drinking it and filling it and drinking it, filling it and drinking it. And they've passed them down forever and ever. They're originally from the Caucasus Mountains, theoretically, is what they've said. And so every single kefir grain that's out there comes from the original chain of kefir grains, and then they just continually grow. So it's just this amazing gift that keeps on giving, and they've never, ever been able to recreate it. It's just this powerful, crazy ancestral medicine. Pretty cool.
That is wild.
I know.
It is wild. I had the same
Yes.
question years ago, and it is. I like no one. It's like a great mystery of something that I feel like when we get to heaven, we can ask God. Like he knows, and I feel like he just gave us this healing thing that we have since lost in our.
Yeah.
And that we're trying to manufacture, but they can't manufacture it.
It's crazy.
So they're mislabeling it.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was part of the manna. You know, the manna that God gave us might have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? But
Wow.
Yeah. But there's been a lot of studies done, which has been really great.
Yeah.
And I'm interested there. On one of the talks, or I can't remember what, because I listened to several of your things.
Yeah.
You were talking about a study that was done
At
by
Stanford.
a husband and wife. I think so. And it was about what heals your gut more, is it eating more fiber? Because we know fiber, our culture does not eat enough fiber. Or is it fermented foods? Like what if you had to choose one, what is the better choice at the end of the day?
Right. Yeah. And that was the experiment. And at the end of the day, they looked at the inflammation markers of the people who increased their fermented foods, and they went down 19 points. Their inflammatory markers just went right down, and the people with the fiber group didn't change like at all. So
that's amazing, because so many people have autoimmune and inflammation that
crazy.
really need aches and pains, which are caused from inflammation. So that was pretty amazing to me.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy how much it can help too.
Yeah.
That was such a crazy story.
So what do you recommend on a daily basis for like enough to get positive results? Like you were saying earlier, like the little bitty shot of water kefir, for example, or milk kefir, or what did you say for veggies? A couple spoons. Tell me again.
2 tablespoons. Yeah. 2 tablespoons of veggies. So if you can get in 4 or 5 servings of something a day, so that would mean eating yogurt, drinking some kefir, having fermented veggies of any kind, your kefir sodas, your kombuchas, natto, any of those things count as fermented foods. And it's pretty easy to sneak it in when you add the drinks in there. I like to make adrenal cocktails a lot. Have you guys ever heard of those?
No. I haven't.
So it's basically like a fancy Gatorade. Helps with your hydration. So I use Baja Gold salts, and then I'll put some coconut water, and then you put some fruit juice in there. A lot of times I'll put a splash of kombucha in there, or I'll put a little bit of that kefir soda in there just to add that microbial element. So you can use it as like a mix-in and stuff. You don't have to just be drinking it straight up. Get extra benefits. So I'm all about stacking the good things on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So you've mentioned natto a couple of, I've never had it, but I am really intrigued by it.
It's
Can
weird.
you, one of the group is making it. She's making it like I think for the first time a few weeks ago. So that was the first time I'd heard of it. So can you tell us a little bit about natto?
It's pretty funky. Like food-wise, it's kind of funky. I mean, I like it. I like funky food. So if you have like one of those very experimental palates, you probably like it. It's very slimy. It's got kind of a like the slime on this stuff. You like take a spoon and try to walk across the room, and the string from this, it's just like endless slime. So you're supposed to just like stir it, and that activates the mucilins. But mucilaginous things are fantastic for your gut. So eating things like gelatin and slippery elm and like all of these marshmallow root, they're fantastic for healing and sealing your gut. Natto has that too. But not only that, it has vitamin K2 in it. So that's activator X that tells the calcium where to go in your body. So that's very, very important. It's loaded with calcium. It's got all your B vitamins in there. And it has all like 3 really good digestive enzymes. It has protease, lipase, amylase all in there. And it breaks down lumps, bumps, cysts, fibroids, any sort of things that are under the skin that aren't supposed to be there. They also break up clots, and it helps with the tonality and the strength of your arteries and your veins.
Okay.
Natto is the reason why Japanese women look like they're 25 when they're 90, because they eat it every single day, and it makes their blood flow fantastic. Chinese people are eating it now too. Like, it's very, very popular overseas. And so in natto, you're getting Bacillus subtilis, which is a spore-based probiotic you're not going to be finding in your normal yogurts and your normal kefir and things like that. So it's very different, and it can survive through heat. So it's something you could put in like a chili or soup if you don't like the taste.
So what exactly are you fermenting when you're making natto?
Soybeans, organic soybeans, ideally. Yeah. And so when you ferment those soybeans, it turns it into like an estrogenic adaptogen. So if you've got really low estrogen, it's going to bring your estrogen up. If you've got super elevated estrogen, it brings it down to kind of a baseline, which is really cool. It's powerful. It's a crazy medicine food, but yeah, it's a little weird. So I always people use.
So how do you ferment the beans? Do you now? Is this green soybeans, right? Like the immature, like beans, or full? Okay,
yeah, they're cooked.
So you just buy like a bag of dried soybeans,
organic dry soybeans, and then I soak them for like 2 days to let them start sprouting a little bit.
Okay.
And then I cook them in the pressure cooker, and it takes forever. They steam them. It takes like 6 hours when you steam them, but I pressure cook them for like
like in an instant pot.
In an instant pot for like 45-ish minutes, I think. I'd have to look at the recipe, and then you let it cool down, and you add a culture to it. So the Bacillus subtilis culture I have is from Japan, and you just add. It's literally like a quarter of a teaspoon. It's not very much culture. It's freeze dried. And you just put that in there and mix it up. And then you cover it with something that has like a little bit of air movement. You're not supposed to like close it up completely. So I usually put just like plastic wrap and poke a couple holes in the top. And then I put it in my yogurt maker. So I put water around it in the yogurt maker, and then I ferment it at 100 degrees for 24 hours, usually is how I do it. And and it works pretty well. And then after it's fermented, then you just pop it in the fridge, and they say to let it age in the fridge for like 5 days.
Okay.
To develop the strings, and then you can eat it.
Okay. So you can order that culture. So you need a culture. And
yeah,
I
can grab the link for you guys. Hold on.
Okay.
The one I use. And it's from Japan, and I've used it for a while now. And so what I do is I make a big batch, and then I put them into smaller size portions and like snack bags, freeze them flat, and then just store the excess in the freezer, because you're not going to be eating that much of it. And that's how they store it, is frozen. So you just like pull it out the night before and stick it in the fridge and let it thaw a little bit.
And how much do you eat? A couple of tablespoons again, or?
You don't need a ton. You could definitely do like an ice cube tray type situation. Would probably work great to start. And then I just like to add it to like some rice with a fried egg, a little bit of soy sauce, maybe some dulse flakes or some seaweed flakes on there, little sesame seeds.
Yeah.
You never know it's there.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Makes it easy.
All right. I'll have all those links in the show notes too, so that'll be great. Okay. But again, it's good to know what people are using.
How you eat it.
Works, you know. Huh?
I said, how you eat it? How do you use it? You know?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's important. Yeah, that's really exciting.
Heck yeah! It's
so when you put it in the yogurt maker at 100 degrees, is it just because it needs to stay at 100 degrees, or for that? Okay, so if I don't have a yogurt maker, then maybe I could use my Excalibur.
Do you have an Instant Pot with a sous vide setting on it, maybe, or yogurt setting, maybe?
So I have an Instant Pot. I've used it a total time of twice.
So we have to check your Instant Pot to see if it has it. Just you can make yogurt in it too. It's really great for yogurt.
Check it for what setting again, Vanessa? I'm going to look at mine.
Sous vide setting, SUSVIDE.
I'm going to check.
Some of them have yogurt, some have sous vide. The sous vide is better. That's preferable, because you can set the temperature to whatever you want. It's not. The yogurt setting on the original, like the older Instant Pots, was higher temp, and it won't work for some of these more specific cultures.
Oh, mine's probably older. Someone gave it to me years and years ago. I just don't really use it. Okay. But I do have an Excalibur dehydrator.
Mine has the yogurt button.
So I bet I could put it and take all the trays out and put it in there.
You could test it. I think it does better with a little humidity. I don't know how you can manage. You could pull that off somehow. Maybe you could put like some sort of water in there.
Yeah, it dries it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe it's a little work.
Water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it does.
So mine. Oh, sorry. I thought you were through.
I am.
So mine has the yogurt setting. Is that low enough for what she, if she wanted to do?
You could test it. So what I do you have like a meat thermometer?
Yeah.
So fill it up with water and turn it on for like a couple hours on the yogurt setting, and just stick your thermometer in there and see what the temperature is.
Okay.
And then if you can always message me on join my Skool or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
If you need help after that. It'll work for some of the yogurts for sure. You could probably do a Bifido yogurt on there, which is really yummy. I like that one I make a sour cream out of it. It's so good.
Okay.
In the Instant Pot.
So I want to try carrots. Maybe I want to try yogurt. I've always wanted to and just never gotten around to it.
It's so easy. And then you just save some of the stuff from, like, when you make your first batch, scoop out a couple tablespoons of the yogurt and freeze it flat in a bag. Label it, stick it in your freezer. So then when you accidentally eat all of your yogurt, you can just take it out and like snap a piece off on the counter and stick that in to start your next batch. So you always have backup culture from the fresh yogurt, because usually the first batch out when you first ferment it is kind of a little weird. And then the second batch, when you use the back slop from the first batch, will be more consistent. So it's good to
Okay.
save that.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So I've only made yogurt with store-bought yogurt,
Okay.
which
That's like
is probably
back
not
cleansing.
ideal.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, but only because I didn't know that you could make it any other way, because I've you know, but
Yeah.
listening to your, because that's what everyone says, oh, let's make yogurt, but first go buy yogurt and then you make
Right.
more yogurt.
Right. It is an option though.
So,
It does.
yeah, it does work. So, but listening to your talks, different yogurts have different strains.
Yep. There's a bunch of
Different
different ones that do different things. So you kind of want to pick the ones that are going to help with the things you have going on. It's pretty interesting. You can definitely make specific microbes to help with specific ailments, and they actually like work. Like crazy actually work.
So if you wanted to do like 2 different strains in your yogurt, would you ferment them separately and then eat them together, or can you ferment them together?
You want to ferment them separately, especially when you're trying to do very specific single microbe strains. It needs to be separate, and then you can always eat them together is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
For
Okay.
sure. Awesome.
That's awesome.
They're so good. I got that little ultimate yogurt maker that has like 2 bowls, and so I will do the ones that have the same temperature and time, one in one in the other, and then just cook them at the same time.
So when you buy the cultures, will it tell you
The time
like
and
all
how
the
long.
instructions? Okay. Yeah, I bought one of the cultures. I haven't used it yet though. I haven't made it yet, but I will.
Yeah.
I had to go get more milk first.
Oh yeah. It's a constant battle.
What are some of the benefits of the different culture strains for yogurt?
For sure. Well, so the Algaceri is one I really recommend for all women. It is pretty magical for all of your lady bits. So it helps with vaginosis, bacterial vaginosis. It helps with yeast infections. It helps with UTIs. Like every time I've given this to someone that has a female issue of any kind, it has immediately been helpful. So that is a really, really good one to repopulate for any ladies for sure. And that one helps with like vaginal dryness. It's also great for helping with allergies and like mast cell issues. If you know anyone who has that going on, it's really, really good for that. And then it kills off bad bacteria in the gut. It has these 5 bacteriocins that's basically like a microbe security system. Like they'll go in and kill off bad microbes. And so that one's touted for helping with SIBO, if someone has small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, which is kind of an issue for a lot of people. And then there's an L. reuteri, which is another individual microbe that's kind of the counterpart to that one that you also want to make for the SIBO. It's super powerful. And that one helps with oxytocin production. So it'll make you feel happier. And it helps with skin thickness and elasticity and collagen production. It increases your testosterone, increases like your muscle strength and your, like it's, if your testosterone's low, we all have testosterone. Pretty much you feel bad. You feel tired. You're run down. You have no energy. You have no sex drive. So when you bring in this oxytocin producing, testosterone boosting microbe, it makes you feel really good. And it makes you feel a lot younger. Like it really brings back that energy and vivaciousness that you could probably aren't having currently. So it's a good one. It's one of those, like, when you get it back, when you haven't had it and you get it back, it feels really good.
Yeah, that's good. That's amazing. It is amazing to me how, I mean, obviously food is our medicine, right? But we've lost that so much. And so, that's pretty exciting.
It's powerful how much you can do at home with just food.
Yeah. So with these yogurt strains, one of the things that makes me not want to do yogurt, I mean, not now, but previously, was when I would say, oh, well, can I keep some of this yogurt and make new batches? They would say, oh, well, it really doesn't work that way. You'll have to buy another thing and divide it up and make more. And I'm like,
They're just
okay,
trying
well,
to
I
make
don't
sales.
understand that. Yeah, I don't understand that. So, but I've had a lot of people who make yogurt tell me that. Like, no, you can't save from the homemade batch to make a new homemade batch. But with these cultures, I can, correct?
You can, and yeah, that's the way to do it. And that's why I always say save the couple tablespoons at the beginning, because that's like a super fresh culture when you're starting
Okay.
your next batch. Keep using that one, and then the second round, eventually if your yogurt starts getting weird and out of balance, then you might start a new one. Hold on, this person's called me twice. 1 second.
Okay.
Let me see who this is. Hello?
Okay. While Vanessa does that, do y'all have any other questions or comments?
I'm kind of clueless on this whole yogurt strain conversation, so I'm not familiar. I guess she's just talking about different strains and different types.
Yeah, bacteria. Like when you buy the yogurt and it tells you it's full of whatever, lactobacillus, whatever. Okay, so apparently you can buy cultures that have specific bacterial strains in them.
Oh, okay.
That help with specific things in your gut. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found it really interesting, especially the estrogen one, which is the one I bought for me to try, So, but I do think that it's important for us to just do a wide variety, but not everything at once, So if you're doing, some things that are easy, so like some milk kefir and, some vegetables, that's probably plenty at the beginning, or, making the soda occasionally, the water kefir soda occasionally, but, you have to, we can't spend all day in the kitchen. So we have to balance,
so saying the milk kefir is easier to manage also than the water kefir. Is that what I caught from what she was saying? Okay.
I think it is too, because you're not rebottling it. I mean, I literally just take it from 1 quart jar. I strain it through a strainer and catch the grains. I put the grains into a new quart-sized jar, pour milk on it, put a regular plastic lid on it, and set it on the counter. And it's done in, a day or two. That's it. Okay. And so then what I've strained off that I'm going to use, I just stick in the refrigerator and we drink it over those next couple of days in some way. Maybe I've made the sorbet, or maybe I've just added, last year we picked so many peaches and some of them were very, very ripe. My grandson picked. And so I have a ton of just peach puree that we made. And so I've just been like stirring that into the yogurt, into the milk kefir, and drinking that as a snack.
That's yummy.
Yeah. So,
okay.
So I do think that milk kefir is probably
easier to manage,
the easiest ferment.
Most bang for your buck.
Yeah. That way, to me, easier than sourdough. It's easier than,
everything.
Water kefir. Yeah. It's just easy.
And then back in the beginning, you were saying something about straining some of that off, and that's what you used for dips. Did I catch all that right?
Yep, the kefir, the milk kefir.
Okay. Yeah, you can put it like in a cheesecloth or a loosely woven, piece of cloth.
Do you know what I use? You girls are canners, right?
Yeah. What do you use?
I use a jelly strainer.
The jelly strainer. Yeah.
It works great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yep. And then I like to use the organic nut milk bag instead of like the one that it came with. I just kind of drape it over the thing, and then I set a plate on top of it, because it makes a really clear whey. And so you can use the whey for a lot more stuff when you put it through fabric versus like the mesh.
Yeah.
So it drips longer, but it totally works.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a good one. They make a couple different gadgets. There's like a press. I've made kefir feta before by using a press and letting it drip for like 2 days and then adding a bunch of salt to it.
Okay.
And then you can do, like, I've done a hard cheese with it. That was why I got it originally, because I wanted to make hard cheese. So if you have a cow, you can
like cheddar, like a hard cheese, like cheddar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we had a press. We pressed it and then I brined it for like 4 days.
Yeah.
It was so good. It tasted like kind of Parmesan-y.
Okay.
Yeah. There's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
So,
yes, there are, and I've seen like a lot of people do different things. But I just kind of drink it is what I do mostly with it, you know, just because that's how I'm rolling in my kitchen these days.
Oh,
so
I live on kefir. Like,
yeah.
That's what I had for lunch today. It's like my favorite drink.
Yeah, that's good. There was something I was going to say, but I forgot. But
so do you flavor the milk kefir like you do the water kefir with stuff, or you just drink it and what is it like? Is it kind of a yogurty taste, like a plain yogurt taste?
Yeah. It tastes plain. Okay. You can do a second ferment. There's a whole section in that little guide I sent you guys with recipes for a second fermenting. And you can do it savory or you can do it sweet. It just depends on how you feel like doing it. I've done it with like fruits and stuff, and I'll do that in the fridge. So you like, I strain mine at night, and if it's like 100% kefir in my jar and I put fruit in, I stick that in the refrigerator. If you leave it out on the counter for the second ferment with just fruit, it will over ferment. It'll like split into curds and whey. But you could do things like lemon peel is delicious, orange peel is delicious, lime peel is delicious, and you just kind of use your peeler, your potato peeler, and stick the strips in with the kefir and let it sit in the fridge. Or if you add more milk to it, you can do it on the counter. So I do a second ferment. So if you're trying to stretch your kefir, if you have like 6 kids and you want everyone drinking kefir, you can have a quart jar that you strain every day. And then you can take it and second ferment it in 2 half-gallon jars, and suddenly you have a gallon of kefir. You fill it up with milk and let it sit on the counter, and then that turns into kefir. So that's a good way, like if you want to make cheese for everybody, to stretch your kefir and make more at once.
Yeah.
Without having to maintain a ton of grains, because you don't really need to maintain that many grains. And it makes it a milder flavor too when you do the second ferment. So if your kefir is kind of sour, if you forgot about it for 2 days and you're like, I don't feel like drinking tart kefir, you can add some of that, like the lemon or orange peel, stick it in the refrigerator with a little bit more milk and let it just sit overnight, and it'll mellow out again.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I've never done a second ferment on my milk kefir.
Ooh, I hope we unlocked a new level for you, because the citrus ones are so good.
Well, I have a backyard full of citrus trees, so
game on, sister. Where are you guys at?
South Texas, along the Gulf Coast. Yeah, we are. Julie, Michelle, and I are, and then Lydia lives in South Carolina.
Cool, all over the place. So, my husband's from Southeast Texas.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He grew up in Buna.
And where?
Buna. It's near what would be the closest town? Lumberton.
Okay. Like near what big city? Near Houston?
It's close-ish to Houston. It's kind of like between Houston and Galveston a little bit.
Okay, south. Yeah. Okay.
That's the best way I can describe it. Like, I'm terrible at geography.
Yeah.
That works.
It's just up the road from us.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been down there. It's hot and muggy there right now, I bet.
Oh gosh, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit.
For sure.
Yeah. Good. All righty. Do y'all have any other questions for Vanessa before we go?
We get them all?
Yeah.
There's lots of other resources. And I'm always very happy to answer questions. So you can email me or message me or whatever. I'm here for
great.
it.
That's
Vanessa,
great.
thank you so much for being here tonight. We really had a great time chatting with you. And I will get all of these links. Thank you so much for all the links too. I'll get those in the transcript, and it'll probably be up tomorrow. It'll take me a little bit to get that. And then it'll be available for 48 hours before it moves to the, to the different modules in the classroom, to the fermenting module.
Cool.
So, awesome. Thank y'all so much. It was great.
You.
I hope y'all have
Thanks, Vanessa. That was
Thanks,
exciting.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Michelle.